There's something in the air. The Indus has a crew of 3,000. Weeks of unrelenting raids, 5 jump deployments, and pitched battles have taken a toll. They are filthy, exhausted, afraid, running on acid biochemical dregs of endorphins and bad fleet coffee. But they do their jobs with a dogged competence, like a living callus, deadened, numbed, and still intact. Now, though, something new is creeping through the crew. Officers mutter at their stations, deck gangs gather around terminals, sneaking a few moments of gossip between maintenance squawks. The word has spread down from the Admiralty, leaking through the bureaucracy and fleetnet to combat ships and pilots. A big op is about to go down. Admiral Tenebra is going to make a move. With the taste of a brewing storm under her tongue, Captain Lorna Sims peels away the scabs of her command's 400 casualty rate and starts building some honest Mars esprit de corps, praying these rooks will not die screaming like the rest. She does it the Martian way. Card games and bunks, basketball, football, rowdy back and forth during briefs, one-on-one training flights that piss off the deck crew and burn precious fuel, but might save people. And most importantly, of all, they're in the ring, the chalk circle, and the long-locked Lieutenant Levy put together in the big storage closet behind her office. She lets people spar, no hold bars, no concession for sex or size. Women get no mercy, men get no cups. There is one rule: when you leave the ring, you need to be flight ready or you will pay. And it's during these sparring matches that, as the squadrons cheer, ogre, and glance, that Sims explained to her new wingman how they might win the war. The Tevs are the lords of all they survey on the other side of the node, she explained, straddling a plastic back stool like an egret perching on a lantern. But that node has limited throughput. It takes time and energy to move a battle group through, and they can't move all their ships to Delta Serpentis to reach the supply, so the supplies come to them. She scratches at the roots of dirty blonde hair hacked off at chin height. Oh my god, she's Starbuck. They've got a base at Neptune. They could keep one destroyer group fueled and armed. They've got Jupiter, but they haven't whipped it into submission yet. They're still bottlenecked at the node, but the Tevs being Tevs, they've prepared for that, and they've deployed 2 backup plans. Those 2 Anomaly logistics ships are more valuable than any destroyer. They are the reason we can shoot one of their corvettes to hell and find it back on the lines a week later. Take those 2 ships, retake the node, checkmate. They starve. She thinks about for a second and laughs. Until they jump their reserves through, then we're fucked. Maybe, her audience says, maybe not. Sims arches an eyebrow. What, are you in a rush to win the war or something? A woman watching her makes a grit that is half predatory and the half manic terror of a condemned prisoner. Yes, God, yes! Sims shake her head. You've got discipline issues, Laporte, she says to the officers and crew of the Ignis. At why so early? Admiral Tenebra passed a coded directive to the elements of Second Fleet in a break from Brian's doctrine of defensive war. Calder and Tenebra have finalized their plans for the creation of the elite strategic unit. The objective of this task force will be to undertake risky offensive operations of the against the GTVA war machine. The admirals hope to derail Admiral Steele's plan for a crushing attack on Earth by year's end. The Altan Or and Katana, 2 surviving frigates of Calder's 3rd Fleet, will join this task. From Second Fleet, and Tenebra has selected the Yahtzee and Indus. I am proud of each and every one of your ship has earned this honor. She'll continue to do so with every mission and her pilots complete. Hope lives on. I'll provide details of the first mission of the oft-rumored Big Op in the days coming. From now, stand to your duties with utmost vigilance. Captain Lloyd Sorensen. Hey Laporte, maybe you should pick a better war cry to make fun of. Apparently the Yahtzee pilots are calling our task force the War Gods after a certain Indus captain's morale-boosting battle shout par excellence. I'll bet you a jump 5 shift that's going to catch on. Yes! We're called the War Gods. Oh, good. From the Admiral's desk to the officers of Second Fleet Mars, this monthly high-level update. The strategic operation is this. The Imperius has withdrawn to Serpentis to replant its squadrons after spearheading the Blitz. The Artius and the Carthage and the Hood in-system conducting flight ops. In spite of his public statement, Steele is currently building up assets for his planned coup de main. In order to prevent our three fleets from striking, he has deployed the Hood squadrons to conduct constant raids against military targets in the Earth sector. The pressure is intense, and First Fleet refuses to give up any assets for non-defensive operations. Fantastic. Steele has also launched a series of aggressive attacks against Second and Third Fleet assets in Mars sector. In the past few days, we have lost 2 training squadrons, 6 supply depots, including 48 uncrewed Israeli assault fighters awaiting deployment. We cannot regain any strategic momentum under these conditions. Unlike the attacks on Earth, we are unable to determine the origin of these raids. Subspace vectoring is inconclusive, and we've yet to detect a consistent origin point. Operations are underway to clear this threat and put us back on the attack in spite of the stance of our honored elders and Admiral Byrne. Calder and I conclude that some offensive operations are necessary to prevent our total defeat. Thank you all for loyalty and steadfast devotion. We will persevere. Admiral Tenebra, GTD Eris. Eyes and ears, people. We finally receive a go-ahead for the big op. We're going to strike a major blow against the GTVA. Our strategic objective is to gain the second and third fleets a respite from constant raids so they can hit back and take some pressure off Earth. Our tactical objective is the capture and retrieval of the Agincourt and Anomaly-class logistics vessels. There are only 2 of these ships in system, designed as mobile resupply platforms capable of field repairing, destroyer, or servicing an entire battle group for months. These ships are packed with sophisticated tech and therefore incredibly valuable. The Agincourt's a key to the constant, unpredictable TEV raids on Mars. Instead of jumping back to Jupiter to rearm and refuel, the GTVA craft rendezvous with the Agincourt as it jumps around the system, moving above and below the plane of the ecliptic. The Agincourt tops ships off with fresh armor, subsystems repair, and ordnance, and sends it back in. Now, those who got through tactical know, the Agincourt is just as close as Jupiter, 5 minutes away by subspace. The advantage of a mobile rally point is we can't easily protect the source of the raids, and we can't track them to their target via vectoring. This is how they keep blindsiding us. We can't tell when they're coming, and we can't hit back. This ends now. The Agincourt travels under total calm silence, escorted by cruisers Elsa and Utica, Hyperion, and the corvette Siren. All these ships are front-line combatants armed with pulse weapons and multiple AAA beams. They're supplemented by well-rested, well-supplied fighter squadrons. We have obtained the Agincourt's jump schedule from a source inside the GTVA. In 3 hours, the Altan Ord and Katana will raid TEV assets around Jupiter, drawing off their forces and attention. Our strike package inserts 10 minutes later. The Yahtzee and Lewis will jump to the Agincourt as it completes a scheduled hop. Blanket the area and jamming so it can't send a distress call and neutralize the escort. We will provide fighter cover and precision strike support for the frigates. Once the escort has been neutralized, we will disable the Agincourt and then sortie the glory with an elite CQB HVBO assault team aboard. This will capture the Agincourt, killing the crew if necessary. We will 10 minutes carry this out before the Agincourt recharges her drives, plots a fix for Artemis Station, and jumps out. Additionally, if either Innis or Yahtzee is lost, jamming will be compromised and we will immediately abort. Shit. We will then extract the captured Agincourt and its supplies directly to Earth. If the drives are too badly damaged for field repair, we will move the ship out via nearby intrasystem gate about a week's travel away. As long as we get the logistics ship clear of the engagement area quickly, the TEV should have trouble locating it if we're running dark. This is not going to go as planned. Because if I was them, I would expect a raid on these ships. We will fly alongside our fellow Yahtzee war gods. Alpha Wing under me will fly the Cantorari interceptors. Laporte will take my wing. Beta Wing off the Yahtzee, and under Flight Lieutenant Karen will also fly Kent. We'll handle the beam disarmament and destruction of the GTVA escort. I strongly suggest some of you pack pay-away bombs and scalpel disruptors. Gamma Wing will pilot gunships, perform heavy suppression and torpedo attacks on the cruisers. One more thing. We are jamming transmissions out of the area, but if the Tevs see a huge amount of subspace traffic towards the Agincourt and one of their wandering aurores may vector us, then we'll be tumbled. So no reinforcements, no frigates jumping in to back us up. We do this alone. Got it. Right, War Gods. We're an experiment without much political support amongst the elders of our First Fleet. If we prove our worth here, that's a step towards bigger things, maybe even victory. Let's go and prove there's still some hope for our Federation. So what am I flying? The Interceptor. What my weapon loadout looks like. I get the Maul, Rapier. $1,500, $1,250, Vulcan, Maul, Rapier, Scalpel. So what does the Rapier do? Alright. So what's this? Jackhammer, Warhammer, Hellfire Missile, Paveway. I've got 6 Paveway bombs, Javelin, and Dart. Heat-seeking corkscrew missile. Hello, that could be interesting to see. Well, in case you couldn't tell, that didn't go well. I got a little careless. Let's try this again.
Predator 6, break, weapons hot. Predator 6, break.
Alright. I'm just gonna hide over here and cover. The Crimea's toast.
She's all over me, attempting to evade. Hostile weapons locked up.
It was a very pretty boom. This is as far as I made it last time, I think. And seeing how. Oh my god, you're a friggin' minute away. What the shit, man?
Weapons hot, going for the merge.
Just wreck it. Just fucking wreck it, fellas. Oh, that's right. I have reverse thrust. I forgot about that. I've been holding my speed and thinking I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually getting further away from the support ship. It's a very pretty star.
Selecting target engines. I copy, pilot. Support ship in transit.
Alright, you're busy, support one. That's fine. Scalpel. Pave way.
Sure about that, sir?
Yes, I am. I am very sure about that. Okay. This is as far as I made it last time, more or less. It's really funny how Sims is basically ironically making fun of the Zen Ubuntu religion that Earth has right now.
You're good to go.
Okay, that is all I'm gonna get repaired from my home. That sucks, but whatever. We'll take it. So, what did I do wrong last time? So I wonder how the support ships work.
Hostile contact, heads up. Weapons hot, going for the merge. Weapons hot, going for the merge.
And
Weapons hot, going for the merge.
and
Weapons hot, going for the merge. Weapons hot, going for the merge. May he find peace. Weapons hot,
Okay, that went better this time. Rearm and repair myself again. What the hell? Who are you? What are you? Oh!
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go.
Oh. Heart, Sims. Thank you. So... Alright, where is the fighter bay of... Oh, the Indus. Oh, whoops. Engine. Rotary fighter bay. Alright. Cool, there's the fighter bay, but I want to stick around and I guess here, well, maybe, ow, maybe I'll hear or read if there's anything else. No, there is nothing else. Just Josie's an ugly emotion. Alright, War Gods, take a seat. I've got some bad news. We're over the war for 6 days. Due to the energy damage sustained during the assault, we're moving the Agon Court to a nearby inter-system gate via fusion drive. Because we can't give away position to the Tenebra, we know subspace traffic in or over our position. That means no reinforcements, no jumps home, and absolute calm silence. GTVA is hunting for the Agon Court. We've detected Aurora scouts making hops through the area. Fortunately, it appears we moved the Agon Court far enough from its scheduled coordinates that the Tenebra are having trouble finding it. Space is huge and very empty. Better yet, Calder has deployed 3 escorted ECM decoy ships to further confuse matters. Now for the good news. That was an excellent mission at War Gods. We successfully coordinated a gunship fire, interception, precision strikes, and achieved a difficult and strategically critical objective. I'm very proud of every one of you. The Indus and Yangtze took some damage to the Yangtze, I think, perhaps. Took some damage to the assault. They'll be escorting the Agon Court out, performing active armor repairs via polymer injection, and doing systems and turret run-ups. Ah, the polymer repair from that one mission where I was commanding a corvette or a frigate. The Agon Court is fully under control of our marines, and I've convicted the contact to liberate some of the Agon Court stocks for us. We'll have fresh water, mattresses instead of pallets, and a lot of entertainment during the next few quiet days. I'll drop a patrol schedule, but my goal is to get all of you rested and ready for what's to come. Recommendations. What's up, Lieutenant? Laporte, over here. Good to see you still in one piece. Look, Lieutenant Lavie and I were thinking we have all the stuff off the Agon Court to work with, and they're spinning down the grav deck for repairs tomorrow. I think we need to hold a little camaraderie building session for the squadron. Sounds good, ma'am?